meeting to order at June 17th, 2025 at 2 o'clock. Mr. Richards?
Thank you. The first item of business, I'd like to approve the minutes. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from May 20th, 2025.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
And I would like to thank you, Lisa, for all your hard work, re-editing and editing that large amount of discussion last month. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next item is the Weymouth 3rd of July vendor permits for the 3rd of July event from the mayor's office. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Carrie Knapp, Assistant to Mayor Headland. I'm here today to request the approvals for the vendors for this upcoming 3rd of July celebration taking place on Thursday, July 3rd at George Lane Beach and West Augusta Beach parking lot areas. I previously filed the certificate of insurance and the vendors and the hawker's license that we needed for one of the vendors.
So all the names and all the vendors have been
Correct.
processed?
The list has been filed without the request.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the Weymouth 3rd of July celebration in the vendor permits as listed. And all vendors have been vetted and gone through the health department procedures. That is my motion.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, appreciate it. Next item is the hearing application of Napoli Weymouth Landing, Inc., DBA Napoli House of Pizza and Ice Cream for a food vendor license at 77 Washington Street, the ice cream trailer, continuation from 5/20/2025, public hearing. Hello, how are you today, George?
I'm good, thank you.
So, we've gone through this thing with planning, looked at it a couple of times. The board had some concerns on our last meeting. That was the reason for the continuance of the hearing. Again, the planning director was out to see you today. He has many changes he'd like to make, as he discussed with you. The town board did not like the location, as you know, from where we were going to originally place it. We came up with some alternative solutions. And the other item was the board wanted to kind of make it a test project as opposed to giving you a license for the rest of the term for 20 years or whatever. We just wanted to see how it was going to work. So if you're okay with our idea, or the planning director's idea and the building department's idea, and naturally the board would have to go along with this, we are looking to relocate the trailer to a location that is behind the front of the building at some point back. We are looking for locations. I don't need you to tell me what you're thinking because we've gone through a couple of spots that we kind of like. And I'm going to really rely heavily on the planning director to make these assessments and adjustments. And the building department will be there to assist you and make this item palatable to the board.
Perfect.
Okay? The other item that we had were the multitude of signs on the location. I do know that, again, the planning director has gone over that with you. Our mayor is concerned about the number of signs, as you would be aware if you drove over there. You would work there, but I know at night it gets a little kind of bright.
I got the video and I moved most of them.
So we know that you'd be amenable to repairing this sign issue. Okay? So if it's okay with the board, I'm going to put this motion a little different. I'm going to say that we're going to allow a temporary license to extend until, you want like November 30th, or when do you want it to extend to?
End of October.
End of October. So let's go November 15th. So the motion would be to allow the ice cream trailer, lack of a better word, to be on property until November 15th, to be removed from the site at around that date. And it's a one-year conditional license that it's subject to reapplication for next year. That would be our idea. And from the board standpoint, from the fire chief, police chief, building department, and health department, would be that the location and the look of the thing, the idea behind it would be subject to the conditions of the planning director and the building director of licensing and inspection. Would that be acceptable to you?
Yes.
Okay, and that is how my motion is to be made. That is my motion.
Second?
I'm sorry,
Oh, sorry, yes.
Mr. Richards, I didn't quite understand the motion. It's a year
It's till November, the license would take effect today
today,
until November
To November 15th
of this year.
of this
And
year.
then their license expires, and it's only a conditional one-year license. And then next year, it'd have to reapply for a new license
Okay,
with the caveat that planning would be amenable to the changes that were made.
okay.
So it's a conditional license for a year.
It's the 1 year that threw me. I understand that it was.
Because these would go
conditional.
on forever if we gave them a license that stays, so we're not gonna, we
So
discussed that.
If it's a 1-year license, does the applicant allow to reopen the ice cream trailer in the spring?
No, you'd have to come back and file for a
Okay,
new license.
I just,
So
it
basically, it's a
wasn't clear on the
one-year
record.
seasonal license.
Seasonal license.
Okay,
And
okay.
it's not, it's conditional that it's only gonna be 1 year.
Okay,
Because our
I
licenses
see.
go on for as long as we allow
Okay.
them to. Okay, we good?
I am
So
good
that
with
is my motion. We have a second, and now we'll take it to the clerk.
Discussion on the motion?
President?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you. Okay, next one. We get application of Naomi O'Connell and Julia Prisco, DBA Rituals Beauty Studio for Body Art Establishment at 1166 Washington Street. Hi, guys. What's going on? Another group of people that we've been dealing with a lot lately.
Finally here.
So 1166 Washington Street is a location that has a UPS store, or to be a UPS store, and to be a convenience store. This is a location that's I say beside it, it's kind of off the Washington Street side of the building. It's in a corner. The location is relatively small. It's brand new. It's being built out now. They signed up a lease for a box, as we call it, and you're going to fill the box in with their sinks as required by the Board of Health and all the other items that are required by the Board of Health. Board of Health will give you a license from their board, and we, as the licensing officers, will approve a license for a body art establishment at this location. That's how this works. Would you mind just explaining how many years you've been doing what you've been doing and what your plans are over
Yeah,
there?
absolutely. So myself and Niev have been doing this for a little over 5 years. We were in a space prior to this in Dedham. We were there for a little over 2 years, and we're just looking to expand, be able to hire employees. So we do cosmetic tattooing, like permanent makeup. So we do a lot of like restorative work. We do a lot of, I don't want to say decorative, but just enhancements for people. So yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
Good explanation.
thank you.
So it is a quiet area in that section of town. It's always
Yeah.
been a quiet area. We hope that your customers will come to you from your advertising as opposed to, because you're in a kind of a quiet little location. You can't really see it from the street on that side. And it's proximity to the church and to the bank. It's kind of in a nice little corner. You do have plenty of parking. It's a
Yeah.
nice spot. I think it was a great fit, believe it or not,
Absolutely.
for the UPS store with the convenience store. It kind of fills that up without really burdening anybody.
Yeah.
And again, it's a brand-new build, so that's great. You don't have to, we always say you can still smell the fresh paint. You want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Venting and everything will be established with the Board of Health, how that works with the venting of the ink or whatever you guys do. It's all regulated very highly, and you'll have a state license to perform the activities. Okay? If I could ask, anyone from the audience have any concerns or questions with these applicants? Hearing none and seeing none, I'll bring it back to the board. Chief, any concerns? Any concerns? Chief? Okay. So, that all said, let's try this. I'm gonna make a motion to approve the application of, I'm gonna say, let's see, Rituals, I didn't even probably put that in there. Rituals Beauty Studio for the body art establishment at 1166 Washington Street, subject to sign permits, building permits, and final certificate of occupancy, and also all the items that are required by the health department. Pretty basic, right? That is my motion.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right?
Opposed? That motion passes.
Okay, 1 second, we gotta do another hearing. Next hearing is the application of Ritual Studio for a body art practitioner license. So the body art practitioner license, as you know, as you get more employees or different employees, you have to come before this board again with new people that you say, this is the best person who knows everything to do with this product. We have to see that person every time. Every new application, every new person that comes in that store, when we do an investigation, everyone has to match what we give them. So just so you understand how this works. So specifically, we're doing, I wish I could read this, Niam O'Connell, simple, right? Am I doing it right? Hey, it's a tough one, we gotta admit, right? It's
okay. It's Irish,
Julia
it's weird.
Prisco, that was easy, right? And Brianne Hussison?
Close, it's Brianne Husissian, yeah.
Okay, say that again? Husissian. Now, see, how am I supposed to do that? Okay, so Brianne Husissian. So we're doing 3 licensed applicants for that location. Is that correct? Is that what you're here for today?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve 3 practitioner licenses for 1166 Washington Street named Rituals Beauty Studio, subject to Board of Health approval, building approval, and in this case, I'm going to say fire approval because there is a sprinkler and alarm system at that location. That is my motion.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Hope you're going to be very successful at that location. We look forward to it. Thank you. Next item we have on the agenda is the licensing renewals for the coming year for the following for the following licenses. First item is the antique dealers for the town of Weymouth. We have 2 antique dealers, Bridge Antiques and The Little Basket. I'll make a motion to approve all antique dealers for the town of Weymouth.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Next item I have is fortune tellers, psychic readings, Terry Porter, who is out of business, but we'd have to list her, Joanne Damaris, Stephen Vega, Stephanie Vega, oh, did I say Stephanie? Stephanie Vega from 91 Lakewood Road. He is out of business also, but we have to list it. I'll make a motion to approve all fortune teller licenses.
Second?
Didn't say her.
I did, Mary Mitchell, yeah, I took care of her. Yep. That was
I
psychic
didn't hear you
readings.
say that.
That was my motion.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Next item we have is junk dealers, which is Ernie Salvage LLC at 86 Fennell Drive, which again, has an overdue application. He will be removing himself from that site very soon, but we want to list him as just a junk dealer in town. Make a motion to approve.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Next item is precious metals, Bridge Antiques, Pilgrim Coin, Arbor Light Jewelers, Hearts Inc., Snyder's Jewelers, Antone's Jewelers or Precious Metals, and the Jewelry Factory. Again, the Jewelry Factory is out of business, but we still have to list them as a potential licensee. Hearing that and saying that, I'll make a motion to approve all precious metal licenses.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you. Next order of business is the chairman's report for our next meeting. Lisa, do you have a date?
Let's see,
I didn't have my calendar. Anything?
the last Tuesday
Sounds good to
of
me.
July,
Yeah, that sounds good. Give me the last Tuesday of July.
the 29th,
Everyone okay with it? July 29th?
or, yeah, that's 4 weeks out,
Yeah, okay.
July 29th.
Perfect. I'll make a motion to approve July 29th at 2 o'clock at this location.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Okay, we have some old business to discuss. First, the Body Works Massage Business Moratorium dated 6/9/2025, and I'll defer this to our legal team real quickly to brief us.
Yeah, Marcia and the Health Department worked together to put together a moratorium that the mayor has signed off, establishing a revised moratorium to body works and massages on grounds that there's 3 bills pending with the legislature for decision on that's going to address these. Our health director, Dan McCormick, he was accurate when he says that the state regulates massage therapy licenses and everything surrounding that, even with respect to enforcement of the regulations. So he is accurate with that. We just don't know what the new regulations and the bills are what the final results will be. So we are consistent and based on past practice, asking for a moratorium to stop any new establishments being opened up in that town while the legislature considers this. They're probably not going to get to until September.
Okay.
So what we're seeing is that these body works establishments are now, if they're going to shut down and close for violations, they're coming back and trying to come back as a massage establishment. So that was the purpose behind it initially. then Masha and the Health Department discovered the pending legislation. And I have a call also into the Attorney General's office to let them know that we've put this moratorium in place, understanding what the state law is for massage therapy. And I wanted to get some direction from them as well. So I'm waiting for them to see whether or not, can we enforce it until the legislature, or do we have to, amend the moratorium to allow massage establishments to be established? So again, we're looking for direction from the Attorney General's office on that.
Is there any motion or need for this board to make a motion or a,
No,
Recommendation.
nothing at all at this point. Health Department gave you a great presentation last time. I thought it was excellent, well-written. They worked together with Masha on the language, and they did a great job. I think that that will help regulate unless the state takes over that as well. Well, we don't know which way the state's going to go. The state may be saying, listen, we don't have the ability to do inspections and enforce the regulations. Let's turn it back to municipalities. They may be doing that with massage. I don't know. We don't know which way they're going to go. So that was the purpose. Let's just put a moratorium in place.
okay, makes
Okay?
sense to me.
If it's challenged, if it's challenged by an applicant, maybe it'll bring it to the forefront. But we'll deal with it on a case-by-case basis.
So the way this would work is that our board just says there's a moratorium because the mayor has made a direction. She
Yes,
told
the
us
mayor,
what-
the mayor signed off on this.
So it is not necessary for this board to make
Not at all.
it's just more informational to the public and informational to us that that's the way we're going to run this until we can get some
Right.
clarity.
And again, if an establishment comes in for a license or a permit, you could say there's a moratorium in place.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you for that. Next item is the outdoor dining regulations. As everyone knows, during COVID, we had the outdoor dining regulations. In our world, the ABCC has made some new changes. Everyone has had copies of the outdoor dining regulations. Again, there's no vote to be taken today on the outdoor dining regulations. I'd just like to bring the board and make sure they know there are some necessary changes that have been put in place, and that we have to follow them if that comes up. As of now, there hasn't been any new applicants that have applied, and any former applicants that had their licenses are all set. It's the new applicants that are coming forward, but it's almost July, and we're not July marketing, or whatever you call our July meeting section, and we haven't had any real interest in this item anymore.
Right.
So we're just gonna make sure everyone knows the regulation exists. Planning department will look at them first to see if they're even remotely usable to our world, and then we'll vote on it accordingly. So that is the idea behind, so everyone has a copy of the new regulations. We're gonna take a look at them and see if they affect us at all.
Okay.
And anything that is affected, we'll enforce it through the existing licenses. Okay, that all said, anyone else have anything to come before the board? Seeing none and hearing none, I will make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
Discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.